Hello students, your instructor here, John Mandula with another screencast. This one part of the sans serif group number 1, and this is Univers. You can see from this little graphic here, this is a hint of what Univers is really about. Varying weights and varying widths. We'll explore this. You can see down here, all different from like a normal light version to a medium version to a heavy and italic versions to very heavy versions to some very light and condensed versions, some heavier condensed versions, then all the way back to very wide and very heavy. And you'll notice there's also a strict numbering system, 93, 73, stuff like that, all the way down to something like 39 or 55 or whatever. Let's look at 57. Alright, so this is Univers 57, which is the condensed version of itself. Normal weight, slightly condensed. So what's going on, it's very rectangular. You might think, oh, this looks like Helvetica. And it does at a glance. There are a few things that make it distinctly Univers. One, especially in this condensed version, it is very rectangular. Second, it's more noticeable there's a difference in stroke weight between the verticals and the horizontals. You can see that the E and even the O has it as well. It's not trying to hide it like Helvetica does. It's more obvious with it, and it's okay with it. If you look at the Q, this tells you how constrained, cold, and rigid Univers is. It doesn't have a tail that goes into the Q. It doesn't dip down below as a descender. It just stays right in the baseline. You notice it's very clean and crisp. It feels very professional, very business, very serious, very cold. The M has a peak that drops all the way down to, or a valley that drops all the way down to the baseline. And similar to the Helvetica though is the R, is its slight taper on the right leg. So let's look at some examples of it in use. Before we do that, this is a graphic showing the different things about Univers. Blow that up a little bit. And you can see here, 55 is kind of what it's all based on. Alright, it's the normal weight, normal width. Then as the second digit, notice 55, 57, 59, as that gets larger, the second digit gets larger, the typeface is more condensed. As that second digit gets smaller, like 53 for example, the typeface gets wider. Now if you look at the first digit, let's say something like 83, the first digit is large, so that means it's to be a heavier weight, so it's thicker and bolder. The first digit is smaller, like let's say on 47 here, it's going to be a lighter weight, kind of a thin, light version of itself. And then the odds are the Roman versions, in other words, like the normal upright versions. And the even numbers like 46, 58, things like that, those are going to be the italic, or what you'll sometimes see as oblique versions of the typeface. Alright, so this is what Univers is really about. Let's see some examples of it in everyday use. Here is a coupon. You can see this very obviously is Univers. I can tell because the U has like the round top, and then boom, straight down to the corner at an angle. The Y has a very slight descender. This is another aspect of Univers, and it's very clean and easy to read. I got a little carried away with the sizes down here, but I mean you can see everything's the K. These the arms and leg chop off at a perfect horizontal, whereas the F, for example, its arms chop off at a perfect vertical. So again, little things about Univers. Another thing about Univers is that its stem just slightly tapers like the capital R, but doesn't have a serif like the Helvetica A does. So no serif, no foot serif on the A there. Because it's clean and easy to read, Mac use it on a lot of their PowerBook laptops. On the keyboard keys, this obviously is a light, condensed, italic version of itself, but it's still easy to read. Okay, and this is very much a part of the look and aesthetic of Mac and their products, like I said, up until around 2007. Look at the G, how round at the top, round at the bottom, and then bam, it comes to a perfect corner and it just goes straight up. So it's very distinctly Univers. eBay, what's wild about the eBay logo, if you stop and look at it and think about the fact that it's Univers, it's all the different weights and widths, not all of them, but a few of them used to comprise their logo, which is pretty creative if you think about it. Here's wide and heavy, here's tall and heavy. And then here is Univers, just doing what Univers does, easy to read. Again, the 2 round top straight down to the corners, the G round bottom, then straight up, and the R slight taper on the leg. That is Univers.